I did, because I did a film, Peter Pan, when I was 12 in Australia, so I'd actually read the books in the tutoring sessions there for English or something, so I did know about the story before I got to work on it, yeah. No, because, you know, in real life you don't know what's going to happen to you, so you can't sort of... There are some times in film where things are there, markers to indicate something's going to happen in the future, so, you know, like, what's the worst that could happen? Well, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But in terms of how to play this character, I didn't think, you know, you couldn't really play it with sort of foresight, 'cause she's not a mind reader, or, you know, she doesn't have a crystal ball.
Sure. Okay. Homer, do you even know where we're going?
There's a clearing up ahead.
It's so beautiful out here.
Let's do this again, back here in the same place.
Same people.
Yeah, that was the biggest compliment, when people came up to me in Australia and said, started talking to me and then were surprised to find out that I was English. That's the best compliment that you can get. That's an interesting question, actually. I think, yeah, there's something different inherently about Brits to Aussies, and I tried to inhabit a bit of the sort of country thing as opposed to the city. You know, she's not going to be sitting all kind of like this. So there were aspects, but I suppose that's more just the character. But yeah, I think maybe that just came naturally, I hope, with, you know, from just experience of being around other Aussies and stuff like that. Aspects of it were tough. I mean, because we did a lot of night shoots, and that just takes its toll sort of emotionally and physically, because, you know, you have to shift to that kind of, that pattern of sleeping. And as a result, you do feel a bit weird and all that. But so that was quite tough and quite draining. And when you're doing a lot of running around, yeah. But I mean, it was good because I had such a great support network around me, because they were all just lovely. So, but you know, as an actor, you just kind of get on with it as best as you can. But it was good to have some of it outside and all that, because sometimes when you're in the studio, it's hard to really imagine how things would look and all that. But when you're running between cars which are in an actual fairground and you're having things exploding around you and all that, that really does lend itself well to imagining what you're going through at the time, because you're going through it.
What is going on?
Occupying forces have now taken several major coastal cities.
Any idea whose army it is?
It doesn't matter who they are, because they're here now and we just got to deal with it.
I did, and, you know, tried not to think about it too much and just get on with the job. But there were moments when I sort of thought, oh no, I'd like to go home now. But for the most part, I had such a great bunch of people around me, and I was permanently busy, so it wasn't like I had loads of time to sit there and twiddle my thumbs, you know. I don't know, I hope it does well, because I don't think it's necessarily so Aussie that people wouldn't understand what was going on. It's not sort of a, it's not sort of secular in that respect. I think it would translate to any country, because you can imagine what it would be like at any point. And there are things in it which do make it very Aussie, references to Vegemite, whatever, but at the same time, that doesn't, I think, detract from the fact that it is a brilliantly told story about teenagers that could be from anywhere. They're normal people, and they don't know, they don't have all the answers. Like, so often you see, right, we're going to do this, and here's the plan of action, and I think it's very refreshing to see a bunch of kids who are like, what are we going to do? And they're all disagreeing on what, you know, it's really well written, I think.
We know this country better than they do. We can use that to our advantage. We can go out there using hit-and-run tactics. We have to start acting like soldiers.
I think, not necessarily. I think they're just sort of, they are as they are. And it's kind of timeless in the modern sense, as in it's not obviously going to be Victorian or anything, but yeah, I think they pretty much were as they were. I think the way in which she reacts to the whole situation would be similar to how I would react, because she genuinely doesn't know what to do, and she's not going to be the type to sort of stand up at the front and go, right, here's what we're going to do, you know. She's more kind of not sure, which is how I think I would be. But she's really shy and I'm not so shy, so.
What do your instincts tell you?
That it's time to go to war.
I did a film called The Last Furlong, which has been changed to the title The Hideaways, which is premiering at the Tribeca Film Festival. So that's going to come out whenever, I don't know. And then at the moment I'm just auditioning and seeing what happens and hoping for something brilliant to come along. It's not necessarily a conscious decision. I think I was really happy when I got this one because it was so different to anything I'd done before. I'd only done period stuff before. So the fact that I got to be in jeans and not a corset, and that was really refreshing. I think I've already used that word, but anyway, yeah, I think that it really depends on the story and the character, and no matter what time frame that's from or what kind of movie it is, or TV or theatre, whatever medium, then I'd be happy to do something as long as I like it.